Somalia has offered United States exclusive control to two ports, Berbera and Bossaso. Berbera is in Somaliland, a country that is not recognized but has been functioning independently for the last 33 years or so. And Bossaso is in Puntland, a semi-autonomous region that answers to Mogadishu as often as your cat. Now, here's a question you should ask. Should Somalia be offering ports in regions that it doesn't fully control to a foreign power? That is a good question, and the reason why they're doing it is even more interesting. Many say that it is to prevent Ethiopia from gaining influence in the region. Why is Somalia doing this? The simplest answer is, well, Somalia is blocking Ethiopia, and it's doing it in an odd way, as if the geopolitics of the Horn of Africa are not complicated enough. Now you will have to add on this new strategy that the Mogadishu, like the central government, is using. For me, it's bizarre. In January 2024, Ethiopia signed a memorandum with Somaliland, the self-declared republic in northern Somalia that has been governing itself since 1991. In exchange for port access in Berbera, Ethiopia has promised Somaliland that it would recognize it, even though Ethiopia denies that. As most people know, Ethiopia is landlocked and paranoid about using just one port in Djibouti. To Somalia, recognizing Somaliland's independence would be like admitting the divorce is final. So when Ethiopia and Somaliland signed that memorandum, Somalia, still believing in the one Somalia ideology, lost its mind. It refuses to acknowledge Somaliland's de facto independence, even though they have been independent outside of the central government for the last 30 years or so. Somalis need to ask, when does national policy become a hindrance to peace? At what point does national unity become a delusion? Rather than to engage with Somaliland diplomatically, the central government in Mogadishu offered the ports of Berbera and Bossaso to the United States, hoping that this will diminish Ethiopia's leverage. For Ethiopia, the deal with Somaliland is strategic. It just gives it a second option. More independence, it makes the distance to the sea shorter. For Somaliland, this was a breakthrough, even though it was done in the back door. Now, I want to ask you, should Somaliland be recognized for its independence after 30 years of self-governance and a relative peace? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Somalia, you have to remember, is still battling al-Shabab, one of the most dangerous groups in Africa. The federal government in Mogadishu is weak, and it is being propped up by international agencies and African Union troops. It has little control over its territories, including Somaliland and Puntland. And much of southern Somalia is still under the influence of al-Shabab. Somalia is 100% homogeneous society, with all of them being ethnically Somali, speaking the same language and having the same religion. However, it is one of the most divided and divisive countries in Africa. It is ruled by clans and subclans, and they hate each other. So if even culturally and ethnically homogeneous societies in Africa cannot find peace, what does it say about the rest of us and the future of Africa as a powerful continent that could eventually compete with Europe and America? The more important question to ask is whether or not it is tribalism, not ethnicity or religion, that has been an obstacle for progress in Africa. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. Please join my tribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.